For this tutorial, you're going to learn how to create and edit railings in Revit. The first thing you will do is go to your Architecture tab here, a ribbon, go to Circulation, Railing, and click down the down arrow. It's going to ask us two options, Sketch Path or Place on Stair and Ramp. Let's do Place on Stair and Ramp, and we can select what position we want to place our railing. For now, let's pick Stringer and then click the stairs we created. Now let's look at how to sketch railing into level 2. So going back again to architecture, circulation, railing, sketch path, and now it's going to give us a different option. For the draw option, let's pick line, and the option bar, let's put 2 inches for our offset. And then now let's select the edge of the floor from level 2. And as you can see on the 3D view, our stairs is being created in level 1. To adjust that, let's go to our property, and on the base level, make sure that it is level 2. And now let's hit finish edit mode. And if you zoom in, you notice that there is a misalignment with the transition of the railings from the stairs. So let's fix that. Double click the railing that we just drew, move, and then let's move this to 1 inch. And then let's hit finish edit mode, and that should align our railing transition to the stairs. Now let's change the railings that we just created. In most building codes, there is a requirement to have an extension past the stairway at the top and the bottom of the stairway. So the first thing we should do is to click the railing and your properties, change the type of railing. So let's for now check handrail pipe, and then let's edit that type. As you can see, it's going to give us a preview of that railing and all the different perimeters that we can adjust. And for best practice, make sure that you duplicate that type and create a new name for it and then hit OK. The first thing we need to understand is the rail structure. So let's click Edit, and you can see the amount of rails that is drawn into our railings. So if you click that, it shows and highlight on the preview the different railing that we have. Right now there are 5 rails. You can also insert, duplicate, and delete. And then you can also move the different rails up and down. You can adjust the height of each of the rails. You can give an offset. You can change the profile of each of the rail and the material of the rail. For this tutorial, let's change the profile of each of the rail to square. So let's do that, and you can see it highlights which rail we're updating. And then let's hit apply, and then hit OK. And now we can see in the preview that there are changes that we just made. The next part that we need to understand is the baluster. So if we could hit it, balusters are essentially the vertical posts in your railing. On the top part here, you can change the main pattern of the baluster. Right now, you can just have a name, what type of family you have. Right now, we have around 1 inch. So let's also change that to a square 1 inch. You can change the base and type of host of the base. We can have an offset and other different parameters to even customize how you want the main pattern of your baluster. And in the bottom part right here, it's going to ask us to change the start post the corner post, and the end post. So let's do the same changes where we change it to the square. And you can see it's highlighting which of the posts we're editing. And then click apply, and we can see the update on those changes. And let's hit OK. So now let's create an extension to our railings. So on the top rail, make sure that your use top rail is checked, the height 3 feet, and the type is circular to 1.5 inches. Let's click that. Make sure again to duplicate the type, hit OK. And here at the extension, beginning and bottom, extension style, right now it says none, click that. And we want it to return to the post, right? And the length right now is 0. So let's change that to 1 feet, which is the standard. And also let's create a thread depth. And if you hover through that, it explains the a more in-depth information regarding that perimeter. So let's check that and hit apply, and then hit OK and apply again. And you can see that now our railing have an extension. The second part is to add handrail to our railing. So let's click handrail 1. On the type, it says none. Let's click that. And let's scroll down all the way to support. It says family, none, and then click that. Let's say support metal circular. And then it's going to ask us the type of layout we want. And there is a variety of different layout that you can select from. But right now, let's do an align with post. And then apply, hit OK, apply again, and then nothing happened. And that's because if you can see on your handrail position, it says none. So let's click that. And for now, let's click left side. And then you hit apply, and there you go. Now we can see the handrail that we just created. And then hit OK. And then it's going to ask us, can it align to the support of the post? But for now, let's do an OK, and we can adjust that later on. So to change the other railing to match the one we just created, let's just click that. And then the properties palette, we just select handrail type 2. And there you go. Now both of our railings are matching. And this is the basic way to create railings in Revit.